Part 7 of how I fell in love with a man only to find out that is my dad. So now I'm at a point where I am so mad at this guy because of a lot of things. First, I've got abandonment, anger, that he lied. So I've got anger, good, he deceived me by not telling me that he's married. I've got anger, good, in front of my mom. When my mom asked, do you guys know each other? I said yes, he said no. And now he wants to keep me a secret. He's just getting worse. And making me lie to my mom. 5. He keeps on getting worse. What else is next? What's next? So after that conversation with him, where I saw that he's actually selfish, that's when I decided, you know what? Fuck everything. I don't want him in my life. I don't want him as a man. I don't want him as a dad. He's even worse as a dad. He was better when he was my man. Now that he's my dad, I am looking at him with another eye. He's even worse. I decided I'm going home to my mom and I'm going to tell my mom the truth. I went home and I sat down my mom and I told her what I'm about to tell you is going to be very painful. And before I even started talking to my mom, I cried and I apologized to my mom. I'm like, Mama, I am so sorry. First, for what you went through during the pregnancy when you were pregnant with me. I'm sorry for what my dad put you through. And I'm just sorry for what I'm about to tell you. And then my mom was like, what is going on? I told her that I actually know the guy. The day that you introduced me to him, I knew the guy. And I told her how I know. My mom could not believe it. My mom was just like, that must be a lie. I'm like, Mom, I'm not lying. I can't lie about something like this. Then I told her about the conversation that I had with him. And I even told her that we had agreed that we're not going to tell you. But the way he's so selfish, the only reason why he didn't want me to tell you was because he's trying to protect his image. He's not thinking about you. And he's definitely not thinking about me. He has never cared and he's never going to care. I'm so sorry that I've disappointed you. I'm so sorry that I did not become the daughter that you expected me to be. I was so ashamed. So ashamed. Then my mom, in anger, because my mom knows ifemeli yakabo babam, like emakhaya, where they are, right? Because when they met emakhaya, right? So my mom, after a week, my mom said, I'm taking you there, without telling my dad, right? We went. When we got there, konabo malume, well, zotabo malume bami ngizothini. And then my mom told him, ukuthi ngilethe umntana ka, mentions my dad by the name. And then she explains to them the whole story. I ate hair. See this hair that we put? And then explains to them about nangumtanenu, one piga usbanbani, 1, 2, 3, explained the story. And even explained to them what happened when it comes to the relationship that I had with him. They were all shocked. They were all shocked, abantu abadala behleli. And now I'm just disgraced uba my mom is bringing me to this family and already ngiyinkinga. Like I'm already a problem. First, ngiyinkinga nje. I'm just bringing problems. Because this is going to cause havoc in the family. This is going to cause havoc in their son's life. If this thing, with this whole thing. And then they asked me to go outside. They want to talk to my mom. I go outside so they remain and speak as adults. So when they were done after 30 minutes, my mom comes in anger. She comes inside the car and bangs the door. How? Kwenzakalani? My mom is like, these people are full of shit. They're like their son. Okay, am I missing something? Because when I was inside the house, you know how they will always make you no gogo. My mom comes out and says, these people are full of shit. I'm like, why? They're telling me this thing should not get out. We should wait for a dad to be ready. This whole thing, you guys' relationship, we should just keep it in the family. Imagine isibindi salwamdini. Isibindi salwamdini. Part 8 of how I fell in love with a man only to find out that he's my father. So now my mom and I drove back home, right? And I think while we were still on the way, the uncles then called my dad to tell him, okay, people came here and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. He did not waste time. He called me in anger. What the fuck have you done? Excuse me. Like, are you talking to me as your child, or are you talking to me as a girl that you met? Because if you're gonna come to me with that energy of what the fuck, I'm gonna what the fuck back. Best believe. So I need to understand right now, Buti, do I address you as a parent or do I address you as my ex? Because if you want us to go down that road, we can. What do you mean, what the fuck? But I told you I'm going to fix this at my own time. What did you tell your mom? Now your mother went to... Oh, he says your mom has the guts to go to my family. Aye, boo. Your mom had the guts to go to my family. Blah, blah, blah. I told you I'm going to fix that. Why don't you listen? I hung up my call. I was not about to disrespect my father, because the next thing that could have came out of my mouth was fuck you. Literally fuck you. Because how dare you? How dare you? Right? So he went to the family because the uncles summoned him. Uba, Ndota, you need to come. We need to fix this. The mistake that he did was taking his daughter with him. The cousins were there as well. So the daughter was like, oh, Dad, I'm going to go with you because I've not seen my cousins in a long time. Biggest mistake of his life. Taking the cousin there. Right? So he went there. Bafike, bakhuluma nomalume. Kanti, the cousins know the story. I think into eyayikhulunywa around there about, yo, but Usman, how could he do this? And obviously, kids will overhear in It happens. iy'ngane ke nazo ngokuphapha. Yo, so now you have an older sister. Like, I'm just imagining in my head. I don't know how they told her, but I'm just imagining. So now you have an older sister, blah, 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 blah. Mind you, he has a spoilbrat of a child. The child went to him and was just like, Dad, I hear I have a big sister. Like, I'm just imagining her because, like, I'm just imagining her right now. That's how she spoke because he has spoilbrats. Dad, I have a dad. I have an older sister now. What is this? And that is how the daughter went back home and told the wife, Ubaba has another child. Ubaba is hiding another child from us. We have a big sister out there that Ubaba is not telling us about. Then the wife, obviously, I don't know, they fought or whatever, right? But because I think shame, umama lawyer, I think because she understood ukuthi, this happened before they met. But now the issue is, why was he not telling her after he found out? Why did he not tell her, ba, I just found out ba ndinomntana, you know? Okay. So now the lady and my dad calls me. He's like, can you come to our place? So and so and so, we're going to be doing I want to introduce you to your sister and your brother. I'm the oldest. Then comes the boy. Then the daughter is the last born. I want to introduce you to your brother and your sister and my wife. Say, okay. I wanted to see, like, I honestly did not care about his wife. I just wanted to see my siblings. I was excited that I'm going to have another sibling. Remember, from my mom's side, I have a little sister, but now I get to have a brother too, you know. Cool, we agree. Then I went there, and the look that the brother gave me, my younger brother, who's the oldest, that's on my dad's side, who's like after me, he comes after me. The look he gave me, guys, when I say umuntu akuzonde ngakwazi, the look he gave me, because I came, I greeted everybody, and the younger sister was just like, hello. She was just like, okay, you know, at least she was okay. And the woman, the look she gave me, the woman and the brother, the look they gave me, I literally wanted to dig a hole and shove myself inside it. It was so uncomfortable. You know, umuntu akujonge, man, like umuntu akubuke from the feet going up. Like akubuke. She had said she wants to meet me because I am his child. Kanti, she wanted to question me. Remember, now she knows the truth. Ukuthi ubaba wami bekabhizi nami. She wanted to question me. So I think she had briefed the son, but they did not tell the little sister. Because the little sister was okay. Hi. But the look that the boy gave me and the look that the mother gave me. Yazi wangibuka lo mama ne. Umbona umuntu uthi cha uyamnyanyisa. You are disgusting to her. My dad and the son went to the braai area. And then I sat by the pool, right, with the little sister, right? And then she sent the little sister, what did she send her? To go get something in her room, I think. And then I remained with her. Then she goes, so zizanjani into yoba urhexeza notatakho? She's Xhosa. My dad could have made it, I'm sorry, I don't mean anything bad about Xhosas, but she could have made it, another time for my sake. So feel njani uba urhexeza notatakho? Another question, eh? And I was like, angizwanga ma? She's like, ungambizi mamakho mna, andingomamakho. Xa ndijonge ndifana nomamakho, uziva njani uba ulala notatakho? And I was just like, what the fuck is going on? What the fuck? Like, what have I brought myself into? I was never ready for that question. And I couldn't answer. And I just said to her, it was a mistake. She's like, mistake njani umuntu olingana notatakho? Let's say it was not your dad. Mistake njani umuntu olala notatakho? Guys, amahloni kimi. Amahloni kimi. Next part. Part 9 of how I fell in love with a man only to find out that is my dad. Wandithuka lwa mama, my father's wife. Wangithuka. I was born by mncinci. What were you doing with old man? It means this is what you do. Is this how you were raised? Is this how your mother raised you? Inoba phofu ufana nomamakho. I flipped. The worst thing she could have said was mention my mom. She shouldn't have. I flipped. Literally, I said, angizwanga. She's like, unve kahle. Inoba nomamakho unjalo. Yena nto akufundisa yona leyo. Ngathi, that is rich coming from you. Why ungabuza umyeni wakho ukuthi kutheni ehamba eshela amantombazana amancinci? Have you asked yourself about that? Have you asked yourself how many girls has he approached? Because only to find out that it's not me alone. So why can't you question yourself for your husband going to look for something else outside when he has you? Why are you not questioning yourself? Why is your husband busy outside with young girls? What is wrong with you? Have you ever thought about that? One book. Ngathi, don't you ever in your life insult my mother. You can do everything else. Don't you ever in your life insult my mother. Then she's like, you'll never be part of this family. And I said, good for me, because I never wanted to be part of this family, and I don't want to be part of this family. I took my bag. I left. I even left without saying goodbye. It was not safe for me. I didn't feel safe. What if la nyama had something in it? I literally went out, and my dad was like, what is going on? I left. I did not answer. And I went to my mom crying. Can you imagine? Definitely, my mama, this woman says 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 about me. My mom was just like, phuma kulabantu. Phuma kulabantu. Phume nakubaba wakho. At least now you know the type of a man your father is. At least you've met him. Yini sayifuna. It's not like there's anything else okwenzela yona emhlabeni. Yini sayifuna kwena. And clearly, if you like, he will never accept you. So you don't even have to involve yourself. Don't be hurt about it. Just be okay. Be content. Nangu baba kukhona, referring to my stepdad. Nangu baba kukhona uyakuthanda like his own child. Awushoti ngalutho, nami ngikhona. In my words, my mom was just saying fuck them, but obviously she can't say fuck them. But that's how I received it. Oba, fuck them. So that is how me and my dad, things never became, we've never had that relationship. I know him, I know where he stays, but we still don't have a father and daughter relationship till today. At least I know him. At least when he dies, I will know where to go to bury him. At least I know his surname, and I know what my dad's surname is, but I didn't even change that surname. Well, Pofu, he didn't even pay damages for my mom. So obviously I can't use his surname. And I've never been to Ifemil Yake ever since that day meeting. So we still don't have a relationship. Even after I've met him or whatever. I guess his family is more important than I am. I literally don't care. I don't need him. I don't need him. He clearly does not need me. So that's where I am now. And I think I'm okay. I've healed. I'm content. Do you get? That is how I can explain the story now 2 years down the line without crying. I cried for months. You can imagine ubabako. I mean, you now understand ngingane yakho. How do you not care? How do you choose your wife over me? Because basically he chose his wife. For him not to say anything to me after that, what does that say about him? As a man, as a father, what does that say? I don't want a relationship with that man. He's selfish. And his wife is rude as fuck. Even if they see this video, I don't give a fuck. That woman is rude. That woman is fucking rude. I don't even think if my dad were to pass out, I'd even go to the funeral. I despise that man. I despise that man. He is so selfish. Very fishy. I'm even ashamed to call him my dad. Maybe he's also ashamed of calling me his daughter. That's just how my story is. That's how it happened. And that's where I currently am between my dad. Him and my mom don't communicate. Me and him, we don't communicate. Mina ngiright in family yami ngapha, naye uright in family yakhe ngale. That's it. I just pray I never bump into him. That's all. And that's how my story ends. That's how I fell in love with a man only to find out that he's my dad. And that's the end of the story. And I just want to say thank you guys for watching. Thank you guys for listening to my story, which is not my story. Bingdlala. I have never slept with a man and only to find out that is my dad. I didn't fall in love with a man only to find out that is my dad. That has never happened. I know my father. I know my father. Okay, my dad passed away. May his soul rest in peace. But that's not the story. And I know most of you are going to be so mad at me. But I still love you guys. Thank you guys for just engaging. This was actually fun. Thank you so much, guys. I love you all.
Come here. My epic family we're gonna second man no come here. This was entertaining. Don't lie. Not just because you find out the story was not real. Do not act like it wasn't a wonderful story. Watch movie every day. You understand me? Yes, we expect social media to be real, but we know social media is the fakest place around. You understand me? But make we speak on the story itself and not just the fact that she said it's not real anymore. The wife, Me not understand why she feel like the wife shouldn't accept her as a stepdaughter when at the end of the day you were the side chick. It no matter how much woman her husband sleep with, none never came home in the house and she had to deal with that person. How could, listen me good enough, how could the wife be comfortable with you in the house knowing you and your father attracted to each other, knowing that you and your father were intimate for a while, you and your father a gear bun for a good minute? Oh, and you see all the something the people them, like father family them ready to sweep it under the rug quick. Them now want hear about that, you know. Them now want hear about that. My God, man, I tell you about that something here, you know, man. You so this story, like she said, at the end of the story, this, and me still think it was a good story. Me not lie you. And me not see why she's so mad with the father. Because at the end of the day, you know, yes, it's your child, you know. Like me say, we're going to talk about the hypothetical situation and not the reality. Me understand it's your child, but when your wife find out point blank, say you give her bun, you give her bun, and to add insult to injury, the person you gave her bun with turned out to be your own child. Now you have to figure out how to calm down your wife. You don't have 2 child already. Your oldest child to your wife is now no longer your oldest child. That a Africa, you know them love when the boy pit me forward first. You understand me? So now if you hear say the boy is not the eldest in the family, him I feel feeling as well. Boy, I'm not lie, this was a good watch. This was a good watch. My people, Father Epic TV and Facebook, Father Epic World and YouTube. Subscribe, hit the notification bell. And if you're on any other platform and I see it, if you're on YouTube and seeing this video and you're on Facebook, jump over there and beg your strength just the same. Father Epic TV. That's the new page I'm gonna be posting on. Hold on the like button or hold on the follow button. The options will pop up. Click favorite so you can get the video when they drop, as they drop, so you don't miss a beat. See, pray. With that being said, this is where the video ends. Excuse me? Chow breadcrumbs. I'm catch you there. Excuse me?